Alrighty then. I'm heading into town. I gotta go grab some groceries. It is January 2nd. And truthfully, it's probably this is going to be a cold ride, I imagine. The topic of today is flags. I was kind of cruising around on my my personal YouTube channel. You know, I don't post stuff on there, I just watch other videos. And I ran into a video about these guys. There was a bunch of bikers that assaulted a bunch of liberals that were burning a flag. Now, I'm an anarchist. And even though I'm a biker, I'm an anarchist first. I believe in freedom first. And when these idiots assaulted these bikers, or assaulted these liberals, you know, I can't stand liberals, don't get me wrong. You know, liberals are idiots, just so are conservatives. But these bikers assaulted these liberals burning this flag, and so I had to comment. And, you know, I asked them, okay, so what's the difference? You know, you guys give liberals crap all the time about being whiny liberals and SJWs and, you know, all this, you know, comments about crying over stuff. Well, you flag-worshipping conservatives are no different. You cry over a flag being stepped on or burned. What's the difference between what a conservative is doing because of a flag and what liberals do, you know, SJWs? There is no difference. It's emotional. It's not, you know, and emotions are not rational. You know, they're just reacting. They're not thinking. And so I commented, and all of a sudden, man, you know, like the next time I get on YouTube, there's like all these videos in my recommended videos set, you know, on the YouTube, you know, main page. As soon as I log in, there's all these videos about flag burning and flag stomping, and so I've been having debates back and forth with flag worshippers for, I don't know, probably about 3 days. But here's the thing. If you believe in assaulting someone because they're stepping on a flag, you don't believe in freedom. And that's just the way it is. And you can try to deny it all you want, but that's the way it is. And it's undisputable truth. Because when you assault someone, and like stealing the flag that they're stepping on, when you assault someone and steal the flag that they're stepping on, you steal the flag and you're stealing their property. You know, if somebody goes down to Walmart, pays $10 for a flag that they're going to burn at some demonstration, that flag is his property. He has the right to do with it as he wishes. And no one has the right to stop him from doing it, unless what he is doing is harming someone else. You know, of course you don't go into City Hall and burn a flag in the main hallway. You're damaging someone else's property. But what these guys were doing is they brought this little barbecue grill out in front of a City Hall building, and they burned the flag in that little barbecue grill. And, you know, that's when all these guys started throwing a fit and assaulting them and stuff. But the thing is, but that's the deal, is you have the right to do with your own property as you wish, and no one has the right to stop you. Whether that is your house, your car, your motorcycle, or a flag, it makes no difference. And in this way, conservatives have no respect whatsoever for property rights. And it's just a different form of collectivism than what liberals practice. Now, as far as assaulting someone, you have no right to initiate violence against someone unless they're initiating violence against you. Unless what they're doing is harming you. So, when you assault someone for burning a flag, you're in the wrong, not them. And that's completely independent of the issue of whether flag burning is freedom of speech or not. You know, the Supreme Court has ruled that flag burning is protected under the Second Amendment, or flag stomping or whatever. Or, I mean the First Amendment, not second. Did I say second? First Amendment. You know, the Supreme Court has ruled that, you know, burning a flag is protected under the First Amendment as freedom of speech. And I agree. I completely agree with that. But that's not even the issue. The issue is property rights. And so you get all these people that argue back and forth. You know, some of these guys say, well, you know, it's, you know, whatever law was that passed back in, like, I don't know when it was, like 1920 something or whatever, saying that it's a felony to desecrate an American flag. You know, the conservatives will argue that, and then you get the liberals that say, no, the Supreme Court has ruled that it's protected under the First Amendment. Well, to me, that's irrelevant. And it's just a tangent. You know, it has nothing to do with the real issue. The real issue is freedom and property. And, you know, rights stem from property rights, you know, all the rest of your rights. And if that flag is your property, then you have the right to do with it as you choose. And no one has the right to stop you from doing it unless what you're doing is harming them or someone else. And that's just the way it is. You know, and so I get in these debates with people, and, you know, immediately, all the conservatives start calling me a liberal. And it's like, I'm no liberal. If you knew what I actually believed, you would never even say that. And see, the thing is I'm not a liberal, mostly, and I'm not a conservative either, mostly. Now, I agree with the liberals on freedom of speech, and I always will, because it's freedom. I agree with the conservatives on, you know, Second Amendment type issues, because the right to self-defense is a freedom. It's a right. So the thing is I agree with both of them, and here's where the problem lies. When you disagree with either a liberal or a conservative, they always accuse you of being the opposite of what they are. So I'll get into these discussions with people, and I'll get into discussion with a liberal, and I'll tell them I don't believe in gun control. It's anti-freedom. Oh, well, you're just a conservative. You're just one of those, you know, mean-spirited conservatives, you know, quote unquote. And no, I'm not. I believe in the basic right of self-defense. And so liberals call me a conservative. Conservatives call me a liberal because I'll defend free speech. But what they don't understand is, see, liberals and conservatives both are thinking in this two-party paradigm of, you know, it's like, it's myopic thinking. And, you know, if you don't agree with them, then you're automatically the other. But the thing is what neither one of them understand is that it's not that I disagree with, say, a liberal on everything. It's that I disagree with his belief that he has the right to force it on someone else. And same with the conservative. It's not that I disagree with the conservative on everything. I disagree with his belief that he has the right to force his beliefs on other people. And what it comes down to is the reason that liberals call me a conservative and conservatives call me a liberal is because they can't conceive in their mind someone who actually believes in actual freedom. Because they're both statists, and they believe that they have the right to force their opinion on other people through government. I don't believe that. Now, as far as flag burning itself, I really couldn't care less. But, you know, I've had conservatives say, well, how would you feel if I tell them I'm an anarchist, and so they'll say, well, how would you feel if I burned an anarchist flag? And I'm like, well, send me your address and I'll send you one. You know, get video of it. I want to see it. And see, they think that I'm going to be butthurt about an anarchist flag being burned as they are getting butthurt about a U.S. flag being burned. I'm not an emo. I don't care about that. I'm objective. I'm an INTJ. I do not use any... When it comes to making decisions or judgments on things, emotion has absolutely no impact on my decisions. But, you know, you talk to these people where emotion pretty much is the decision. Anytime they make a decision about something like that, it comes from emotion. And there's no way you can be rational or objective. It's just kind of funny to watch this kind of stuff. And, you know, everything that the conservatives accuse the liberals of being, they are themselves. Oh, crap, man, it's starting to rain. I gotta run in here and get a couple of goodies. I'm almost out of coffee and sugar. Gotta have coffee, man. Those are my staple foods. So, I'm going to have part of a cigarette real quick and then run in and get my crap. And I need to get busting some butt here. I'm going to be riding home in the